Welcome everyone. My name is John. I'm the co-founder of Polderr and the founder of Certif.com. Certif.com is hosting today's event, so you'll see some of our colors of Certif.com. Like we have the yellow color. But welcome today. It's the first time we're hosting an event at this location. We moved in March. I'm very happy to have you here today. Where's my remote, by the way? Yes. All right. So, welcome to our AI hackathon. Some of you I've met in person before, some I haven't. Today, oh, okay, I will not walk there. Today we will be introducing our concept, Polderr.com. We will be introducing ourselves. It's also an opportunity to meet each other, to have some drinks, to have a fun chat, because tomorrow we're going to have the most amazing hackathon in this entire region. And thankfully, we have our amazing partners, the Rijswijk municipality, who's also here tonight. We have Azerion, and we also have a partner actually from abroad, Lovable. Unfortunately, none of people from Lovable could be here tonight, but obviously they have been super helpful also. So there's also some people participating online. I think the camera is there. So hello everyone who's participating online. We have people in like more than 4 different time zones joining us today. Actually, a total of 50 participants will be here. Participating in the AI hackathon. And some of you are here, so thank you for coming over. I was a bit scared we wouldn't have the people come over actually today. Everyone came in a little bit last minute. So I'm really happy to see you. Some of you came from far, so thank you for that. I really appreciate that. We have even a guest from Istanbul, right? So thank you. I think it deserves a big applause. Yeah. So let's begin, guys. So Polderr.com. What are we doing with Polderr.com? Why Polderr.com? So obviously, I don't know if you check Google Maps before coming here, we are located in Plausible Polderr. And Plausible Polderr is a place with a lot of business activity. If you've come here before, you know. And we decided Polderr is the right name for different reasons. First of all, we are located here. But secondly, we have a history in the Netherlands of being below water, like sea level. And polder is actually, the name polder comes from the word also polderen, okay? So it's like a way of actually working together to solve problems. Because when the Netherlands was below sea level, right, we had to act very quickly when it came to water protection and water management. We even have separate elections for water management, actually. For those who didn't know, we do. This is the Netherlands. And we thought also the colors were very suitable. So that's the brand. But what do we do exactly? Can we go to the next slide, please? Yeah, but it doesn't work. We are a movement that tries to lay bridges between different stakeholders. That's a pretty difficult word to use maybe here, but different parties, different companies, organizations, people. We try to bring talent together and also try to connect talent with problems and to solve problems so that it leads to maybe solutions for those problems. So for example, right now we do the AI hackathon with the municipality of Rijswijk. They had a problem and they came, I actually approached them and said like, hey, can we do maybe like solve a case? We have maybe some issues in the area. And they came with a very concrete problem. And if we solve that problem, right, we will be contributing to making the municipality more efficient also. Because AI is something that's very generic, right? There are so many ways that you can apply AI nowadays, like creating amazing pictures of yourself with your dog or something, or fooling your parents that someone is in your house. I don't know if you've seen that one recently. I see that a lot. But it can also be used for very, very applicable things that could really benefit a lot of people. And that's what we're actually trying to do with Polderr, is not target like the entertainment side of things, more like the real world problems. And we're very thankful that we can cooperate with the municipality because they had an issue and that we thought we could solve. Um, and that's one part. Okay, so AI hackathons is one part, but we actually want to take it further. What do we want to do after this? Maybe it's also interesting to introduce that concept to you. After this hackathon, we're actually thinking of also doing a teach the teacher concept, because as we know from practice, actually, in education, like teachers are kind of running behind the facts because AI is developing really, really fast and people can't keep up. Like people in education can't keep up with the latest developments, okay? It's a big problem that we thought we can also solve if we have so much talent. Look, all of you are super bright students or professionals, right? And so we thought if we bring people together, maybe we can create something for the future even, not just hackathons. That's the next thing we want to do. So education, as you can see, right? So it's about bringing people together based on this Dutch concept of Polderr. And that's what we're doing here, okay? And Certif is hosting it today. Maybe one day Polderr will have its own office. We had a very big space here, so we had to do something about that. So we thought it's very suitable for events. And you know, if you need anything, you can come to us. We wear those amazing hoodies which arrived today. It's a very difficult thing to organize a very good event. Kind of already discussed this. Let's not focus too much on it. Like, so our mission is to improve the world with AI, bringing people together, tackling problems with talented people, and really contribute using AI in a good way. Okay, so let's go to the next speaker. Actually, I'd like to introduce you to Werner van Damme, who came all the way here today to speak to you also about, yeah, he's going to do a speech. I'd like to, introduce him also, Werner van Damme. Can you give a big applause, please? Yes.
Yeah, thank you, Jan. And yeah, it's really an honor to be here and to make statements. And when I arrived in here, I thought, well, I'm slightly overdressed. But that has a reason, because I wear this tie. This tie has pink elephants on it. And when I was a young graduated student, I started in the IT business, and I started at Pink Elephant. It was a company in the years late 90s. And I started doing a traineeship over there, and I started with implementing Windows 2000 computers, because when I started studying, internet wasn't even there. So if you then see the developments nowadays, and that I can stand here in the Place for Polderr with Jan, it's really an honor. And yeah, AI is changing our lives, but not so much my life, because I made a speech just on paper, and I did it behind the computer in Microsoft Word. So again, it's really an honor to give the opening speech here. And it's yeah, great to see how the municipality and the companies here in Place for Polderr have joined forces to make this special event possible. And you introduced me already. My name is Werner van Damme, and I'm an older man here in the city, and also deputy mayor of Rijswijk. And I'm happy to speak here in the Place for Polderr, in a place of innovation, entrepreneurship, and collaboration come together. That's the place here. And Polderr is really, a nice verb about it. And we are living in a time when artificial intelligence is rapidly transforming our daily lives. And the municipalities are no exception. AI is playing an increasingly important role in local government as well. In Rijswijk, we have just started a pilot project with Safe GPT, which allows our municipality staff to safely experiment with AI. And it's a great step forwards towards a modern digital government. And Rijswijk is by nature a place that offers plenty of space for growth and innovation for businesses, residents, and students alike. A great example is the At the Park project. It's just around the corner here. Maybe you saw the building over there. It's a great Yeah, this is the former Shell Research and Development Center that's being transformed into a vibrant campus where living, working, and learning come together. Uh, and it's an inspiring environment for innovation, especially in the field of energy transition and geothermal technology. We are also investing heavily in student housing in Rijswijk. At the Polakweg, this is also around the corner.
Yes.
We completed last year around 3,000 new student apartments. And in the harbor area, around 90 international student apartments have been living quite some time. And we are working closely together on this project with the City of Delft and the Foundation for Student Housing and Redevelopment Delft, which makes perfect sense since Delft is only about a 15-minute bike away from this place here. But it's not just students who find their place in Rijswijk. For years, we have been building new sustainable neighborhoods. Back in 2011, I think you were already born then, but we started developing the first residential area without a natural gas connection. Quite bold at the time. People, they told us you were crazy. But today, it's one of the most sustainable districts in the Netherlands. It's right here between Polderr and Delft. It's Rijswijk Buiten. And we're also transforming old industrial areas into modern mixed-use spaces for living and working go hand in hand. And even our main shopping center, the Bogaert, also right next to the door, if you want, you can take a look this weekend, is gradually turning into a living urban area where people can live, shop, and meet each other. Rijswijk is growing from around 45,000 residents in 2011 to over 61,000 today. And today, you're standing right in the heart of The Hague, the heart of the Hague region, here in the Polderr. It's a top location for businesses, easily accessible by two highways, by tram or bus, right next to a train station and closely to two international airports. And of course, also well connected by bike, something we as a municipality continually invest in. The central area for the Polderr, where we are now, will remain dedicated for business activities. And that provides clarity and confidence for investors. And as a municipality, we're investing around 20 million euros by 2029 for further improve our business park here. But today is above all about collaboration, new connections, and inspiration, like Chan, you already mentioned it, about showing what's possible when municipalities, entrepreneurs, and creative join forces. So a big compliment and a heartfelt thank to Certif, Azarion, and Lovable for making this wonderful event possible. This wonderful event, Polderr. Enjoy this weekend the vibrant energy here in the Polderr. Because one thing is certain, in Rijswijk, you're in the right place. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So I'm just getting from our technical director, Tijmen, who's amazing, doing an amazing job today. Wait, I should not stand too close to this thing. I remember. We just heard actually that we will change the order of tonight's program a little bit. We'll have Wilbert join in now via live stream over Teams to, he's also from a municipality. He's from communication to actually discuss the case, and then we'll continue to Azarion's part. Apologies, Mrs. Hazal, because like we arranged a certain time, but due to traffic, we were a bit delayed today. So I think we can start with the live stream.
Yeah. Ja, ik hoor je. I hear you. I don't see you, but I hear you. No? 30,
So
40? Okay.
thank you for joining in today over stream. The technology is amazing. We're looking forward to hear from you a little bit. Maybe it's nice to start with an introduction of yourself, and then yeah, maybe you can start talking about the case that you have for our amazing participants.
Yes, thank you very much. Well, to start with, I'm Wilbert Geisel. I'm 44 years old. I work at the municipality of Rijswijk since 2008. Uh, but I did all different kind of stuff. I started as a web editor, and by now I'm a advisor on issue and reputation management. What basically says I'm all day online to see what people outside are talking about in Rijswijk. And that is also the bridge to the the case we have for this weekend, because our case is something to build to make my work easier and quicker. Not necessary, yeah, because you never know how good the AI is. There will always be eyes needed to check. So so yeah, because yes, because the task is develop a concept to analyze, interpret, and visualize online and social media to give insights into how media and residents feel about key topics in the municipality of Rijswijk. So basically, a tool that does what I do for a living now, but then uh, as an AI. Uh, no, no, you're not gonna replace me. You're gonna make kijk by at
And
like uh like now it's a lot of I have programs to do make it easier, but still there's a lot of handy handwork like summarize stuff, make reports about what you can find online, and basically uh, that thing like a summary of what people are talking about, a report, that kind of stuff. I think AI could possibly at least make a little bit quicker. That after that you only have to still read it, of course, and if it's a little bit uh, what you want, because yeah, you have because the goal is in that to create an accessible dashboard for policymakers, like the communication department that I work for, to give us a clear data driven insights to support a more responsive governance. So basically, a program. So not you bring all the information from online on some terms together, and then analyze it and make a report about well, this was like this was the happened last week. These were the trending topics last week, or this is this issue is coming up. It started small and it's now getting bigger. All that kind of stuff. Because now I read it myself and I have to write it myself. And basically, you can. I think it can be a little bit more quicker with AI. So we also have some specifications like that's on sheet two. To yeah, yeah, yeah. These are the specifications that we will also use when judging, basically. Uh, so it has to be a user-friendly and easy-to-use interface. So what you see is what you get. Dutch is the main language. I know there's we talk English now, and there are a lot of maybe non-Dutch speaking here, but in the end, the program that we want has to be in Dutch, or at least the end reports and what it delivers. We also like to have, but but maybe not this weekend, but at least at a later stage, multiple account types. Like we have an admin, an editor, a reader, so more people can use it, because that's also something. Now I'm the only one in the municipality now who does this work. So maybe if AI can make it a little bit easier, maybe other people can also help me, or at least when I'm can that I can have a holiday. So, so the source for the AI will be all public online sources. So that can be news sites, newspapers that are online, blogs, so but also social media, X, Facebook, Facebook groups, public Facebook groups, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, you name it. So no dark web, but but all thing that's also public for everyone. Uh, well, the results must be can be made visuals. So we like to have make dashboards, word clouds, or reports, weekly or daily summaries. What's happened on specific topics, and of course, has to be convertible to various file formats so we can share it with people, or maybe even use it in presentations or that kind of stuff. Uh, we also like to have an option to maybe add something of ourselves even in the mix, like if we already have uh, some factors that must be considered, or some policy choices that already made that cannot be changed, or whatever, we can put it in. And like I said, in the end, there also has to be some kind of base advice coming out of it, like uh, what we can do with it, because you can say from, well, this is what they were saying, but maybe you can communicate a little bit more to that group or to that group. So yeah, that are the specifications. So it's really, I think, a big challenge. but but at least this is the like the thing that it has to be in the end. I also can see then in 24 hours you cannot build the whole program already. but 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 the key, we have to see already the potential of what it can do.
Great overview. Maybe it's a good idea to go into a Q&A session,
Yes.
because we also planned it like this, that this will be a little bit brief, and then we wanted to actually spend like 20 minutes on question answers that you may have about the case. So first of all, I think maybe let's start with the question: is the case clear? Maybe we can start with that. So idea is clear with everyone. Raise your hand maybe if it's not. Or yeah. So you have a question. What kind of information do we want to get out of this system? Okay, the question is, what kind of information do we want to get out of this yeah, system? Or so here you right. So I need to be careful. Yeah. So
Yeah.
So I'm guessing we're collecting information to possibly inform policy decisions or something along those
Yes.
lines, but it's
Yeah.
not entirely clear to me, like, could you maybe name an example of something, of some piece of information that would be useful for some policy decisions, so I have somewhat of an idea of what we're aiming for?
Yeah. Uh, so,
Wilbert, one second,
bi-
one second, Wilbert.
oh,
Yes.
yeah. Okay. Well, uh, let's start with the basic stuff that must come out of it. At least it has to make like a summary, or that maybe you can make a daily report or a weekly report that says, well, this happened in the municipality. This is the biggest issue that people are most talking about. These are the uh, the critics. These are the people that are more in favorable on this subject. That kind of stuff, like a little bit like make kind of newspaper of what happens in the online media on specific topics. So that's basically the basic thing we want out of it. Uh, and
Specific example of some piece of information that
Yeah.
use it somewhere.
We can,
okay,
yeah, we can, for example. right? That's maybe a good example. Or the
Yeah,
parking.
yeah,
Yeah.
trash on the streets, or if like at this moment there's the municipality, there's a lot of already an issue about uh, the, the trash policy that some areas get like, yeah, hoe zeg ik, kliko in English. Containers, like waste containers, like on wheels, and instead of underground, where they first at underground and now they get on wheels, and they're the other way around. So because the municipality is trying to make it more like, well, in this area it's more that kind of people and that kind of houses, so that is the better solution basically. But people don't see it. People see it only from
Take it over a little bit.
Yes.
So, for example, you have the example he calls or traffic jams. You have also examples where also you have more hidden policies like energy transition. Is there a lot of stuff about in open sources? I think that's our examples of policy that we can use to in decision making. It was helpful in decision making. When we have an AI generator that has a close connection to the feeling of the inhabitants.
Yes. I see more questions. Maybe we can bring around. You want to help again?
Ik neem het gewoon over, joh. Ik doe mee, dit hele weekend.
We have a next person with a question.
Yeah, Wilbert. How does your day look without that AI tool? What do you do? What sources do you browse? What do you note down?
Very good question.
How does that look?
Very, very good question.
well, basically, like I said, we do have a program that at least unlocks a little bit. Like it's called Custo. I don't know if people heard about it, but it's kind of a program. You give a subject like waste, Rijswijk, and you get all the information with waste Rijswijk in it, basically. And then I have to read everything what they are saying about it. And next to that, I'm just going to all the media sites, like I go to AD or Telegraaf or the local. We have also local media like Rijswijk TV and Feel in Rijswijk, and basically also read what they are writing about us, and also on Facebook. Just go to I go to Facebook groups because Kusto doesn't do Facebook groups. So open Facebook groups where people are talking about all kinds of stuff.
There's also a thing that I think we also discussed beforehand, right? There's also a privacy issue in terms of we're not allowed to just publish people's names in the application.
Yeah. Yes. Because of the AVG or the GP, the European, it's European law basically. We cannot say like that person says that, but we can say people are talking about that or that, so we can summarize it, but we cannot pinpoint, at least not in reports or that kind of stuff.
Also the issue of, the same people overly negative all the time.
Yeah, like the trolls.
Yeah, the trolls. So we also want to be
do.
able to detect it.
Yeah, we also want, of course, yeah, we also want to have like maybe a quicker way to detect the trolls that are complaining all the time. With the
Is that the trolls are also unfortunately taken into the analysis, and then it gives you like a scattered view of what's actually going on, and then maybe the sentiment's very negative, but that's because one person just posted like 70 negative posts.
Or one media, one newspaper or whatever.
Is his life harder? His work harder? Life? I'm not sure, but hope not.
It makes it interesting. It's interesting.
Your work is very interesting. I really find his work interesting. He showed me how that, like how he filters. So maybe other questions, I think it's a very good opportunity now to ask all your questions, guys.
Yeah, so my question is like, let's say you have the article summarized or you read it. What are the elements that help you make the decision? Like, what do you want out of, I guess, to make a decision from it?
Uh, yeah, we want to know, like we just said, like okay, it's a lot of negative, but it's are the same trolls like always. So basically, we can ignore it. Or but also like stuff like yeah, that group especially is talking about it, so maybe we they don't know everything about it, so maybe you have to communicate more with that group, or maybe you have to go go to that group and maybe go into conversation with them. So or that neighborhood or uh, that kind of stuff. And
Yeah, recommending you solutions or possible things to do.
yeah, possible things to do to take action, to yeah, to slow down the fire basically when it's getting heated.
Question? Yeah. We have space for more questions. Yes. And all these questions, there's no bad question, okay? The worst question is the question that you didn't ask. So right now is the opportunity for all the things that you want to know. And of course, we will also provide you more information during the hackathon, but now it's directly the problem owner, the person who will be using the application. So that's the difference, okay?
I have a question regarding how do you deal with conflicts when some people say, oh, it's so clean on the streets, and some people say the trash is still on the streets. How do you prioritize ideas?
Is like how do you prioritize topics to research? For example, you have you've got a filter, your own filter on like
Yeah, well,
keywords.
basically we analyze a lot of stuff and a lot of topics. So uh, everything can be interesting, but yeah, prioritize is also a little bit like uh, going into flow with the agenda of the week, or what we know is really key in that week or that month. But basically, we can do we look at every topic every day. So everything can be interesting. So what we also like to do maybe is with an AI, if they can make things on different topics, that you already have for different topics something uh, that you can switch to quickly if you want to know if what they're talking about that topic or that topic. So and then you can also prioritize from, oh, that topic, it's getting much bigger conversation. Hey, maybe it's interesting, maybe something is happening there. So yeah.
Do you do that based on a policy that exists, for example, like maybe the alderman gives you some input, or does the department within the
The
municipality?
alderman or the department uh, gives basically they talk to me, hey Wilbert, do you, next week maybe something will happen, or we're going to do something. Will you check if how what the reactions will be in the municipality? And sometimes also we want to do something like in a month or so. We also did that last year. Can you check what were the sentiments last year? So maybe we can take that into account uh, in our next round of communication or policy.
When two sources of information are kind of equal, maybe you're trying to say that also, right?
Yeah.
When two sources are kind of at equal level, then how you
Yeah.
determine whether something is more relevant than the other, right?
Basic, yeah, basically a little bit about like how many readers it have, how many followers, like like if it's on the in the Telegraaf, it's much bigger than when it's in a local media. Let's say that. So basically, the possibility of getting, if the source or where they're talking about has the possibility of creating a much more fuzz, basically, then it's more interesting than if it's only one. But sometimes even the only one can be very interesting to know before it gets bigger, of course. But
Elaborate also for the people who are online watching from Canada and the US. Hi, we have different media, just like there's CNN and there's also local TV shows, for example, or TV channels, right? Certain channels, media outlets have more reach.
Yes.
So we were just trying to say that, right? When something is published on a more widespread media, it's categorized as more important from his point of view. Okay, so because there's a chance of it getting viral, and when there's a chance of it getting viral, there's also potential of getting more like views and more like a in terms of controversy or like you know what I mean, the outreach.
Yeah,
So yeah,
especially if the issue of the thing is based on on false facts or something like that.
very good point, and thank you for asking this good question also. More question in the, there's also a question in the back.
Potentially a silly question, but is there a reason that you're looking specifically at online sources?
Well, we also try to do offline sources sometimes, like the the people that are calling to our call center, or what our people see on the streets. But that is it's much more intensive to you cannot do everything. So we also have a kind of newsroom where we want to bring people from different together, and online is just one of the sources. But basically, my job is the online sides of things.
And also, Wilbert, we also discussed beforehand. Once we're done with the hackathon, there's also a way to maybe integrate other types of notification systems of the municipality.
Yes.
Or like the, I don't know in Rijswijk how they do it, but there's in The Hague they have the MOR system, melding openbare ruimte, for example, which is a system to channel. For example, if there's trash on the streets, you take a picture and you complain, and it goes directly into a database, right? Later on, we could also integrate stuff like that. But right now, it's about what's on the internet, what's on the web, because that's also like it's so dynamic, so fast.
And a lot. There's so much channels, so much websites, so much social media nowadays.
So we will take, let's say, 3 more questions, and then we will proceed to the presentation of Mrs. Hazal. Okay.
Yeah, I have another question. What is the end goal of your work? Why do you analyze all these sources? What is the purpose?
Yeah, that's basically what strategy we have want to give decision makers clear data-driven insights to support a more responsive governance. So basically, do our do the job of municipality better, like that are better suited for our people. But also, of course, you cannot make everybody happy. So, but also know what's out there, so we can at least acknowledge. Yeah, okay, you have those critics, but uh, be this is the decision, and maybe it's even out of our hands because it's settled in The Hague or something. So yeah, it's just make better, especially also better communication. Like we can fit it better to the specific focus groups, but also make the decision make know what's happening out there, so they can at least take it with them when they're making a decision. Like they know if we make this decision, this could happen, or this is how people will think about it.
There, because yeah, who asked it precisely? Yeah, yeah. So also maybe for some context, the way Dutch government works, right? So there's a national budget, but there's also a local budget.
Yes.
And municipality gets assigned a local budget, and they have a budget each year to spend it on different things. And politics decides how this money should be spent. And executives like Mr. Werner von Doma, they are responsible over that budget or their field. So that's a little bit more like contextual. So there are things that are decided on, like national infrastructure decided on by national government, right? And then more local, like trash policies locally or parking, right? These are local issues, and this is more
or building programs or
cultural stuff, like so. Yeah, there's stuff. Also, a lot of budget we get from the Hague is basically labeled like you can only use it for that, or you can also use it for that. But how you use it, but sometimes in that you have to different how you use it. But at least is if you use it for that. So
also during the hackathon we will guide you with that. So if you don't know Dutch governance, like how Dutch government works, we have also Tijmen. He studied bestuurskunde. He knows everything about public administration. And of course we always have the direct line with the municipality in case you really have specific questions. We can always answer them. But let's move on to the next question. Thank you for asking your question.
Yeah, I've got a quick question. Is your role mostly communicative or listening, or are you also responding to the public?
is most listening. We have webcare is at our call center. There are people in the call center that also do webcare, at least on the the, the standard questions. Uh, and there we have also colleagues that are producing like our own content. So in the past, I did everything like webcare, make the content and monitoring. But now I'm only uh, monitoring what's happening and give that information to the people that need it. So yeah, there are
people in the municipality that also answer to
the questions.
Responding to Facebook comments and that sort of thing?
Sometimes, at least on Facebook comments that are on our own Facebook page. Especially if it's a real question, if if somebody doesn't really understand has a real question, or if says something that's not what the real world is, basically. So
out of curiosity, and then we'll go to the next question. What triggers you to finally respond to some comment, maybe, right? When do you respond to a comment of a citizen, for example?
if it's false information, if they have a real question like how much is a parking ticket? Yeah, okay, we respond to that. But also if yeah, just say if people say the tree is blue but it's green, then we say no, the tree is green because. So if people have the wrong thing in mind, we try to change that by giving an answer. Not
that
it doesn't answer
always helps,
but feel free to follow up if in case it's still not clear. Okay, all right. There is one more question, and I think that's the last question. In case you have more questions, you can also ask your questions during the networking opportunity after this like speaking session. Yeah, right. I think that's a smart thing to do. So yeah, last question, please.
So I'm hearing you have to make a data-driven AI system to provide data-driven analysis to you, so the government or the municipality can make policy changes. Can you give some more concrete examples of data and insights you've gained, and in which policy changes this has led to?
Yeah, so it's a specific example, Wilbert, about something that you have done that has led to a different policy.
Well,
especially in the like the safety department, like there was one time there would be an event in the event plaza, and they got all their permits, and because they thought it was a normal event. But then
The highway, it's like a wedding hall slash event place. Continue, Wilbert.
yeah, but then I went looking for the organization that was having the event, and then I came across a lot of like, maybe they're not so nice. Anyway, to keep it a little bit easy, they're not so nice as they pretend to be. So then they could at least change the security around it. So
Where did you see this? Where did you get this information from?
just Google and Facebook.
Acted on the event in the event plaza, but it also changed the policy how we give permits to places like who give events.
Right, so in this example you saw they put some things on Facebook that were maybe not the best, and you changed. Okay.
Information from the web, and then you see what's out there, what people think about it, what people say. And I think this case was also something that went viral nationally. I think people even Groningen heard about what happened here. So this has actually led to a different, but yes, this is a very reactive thing. We're also looking for preventive, so not just reactive, to, for example, understand sentiments even before a policy is made, right? Maybe it's still possible to change something about this policy. But this is quite an extreme case. For example, also recently someone was shot in Gemeente Rijswijk, went also viral. At the same time, on that day, we had riots in Scheveningen. So it's not only about the extreme things, and maybe also something interesting here that Wilbert says, some of the topics also have a safety element to it, right? And what do we do when there is a safety element, right? That means that probably that issue has to be flagged in such a way that it's easy to detect. Because imagine someone says, yeah, like, I want to go to the shopping mall and do something bad, right?
Yeah.
Then that type of information, it's better that we maybe even create a link for external parties that are dealing with safety and security of the people of Rijswijk.
Okay, great. Can I have one final question?
Yeah, okay, sure. You have the best for last.
Just very quickly, which platforms exactly do you get your information from? So I heard Facebook, I heard Google, I heard news.
Can you give that list, Wilbert? So
I can make a full list, but it's all, like I said, all social media, all open social media, so not the closed ones. So so like Telegram groups or that kinds of stuff. So Facebook, X, Instagram, YouTube, just Google news sites, blogs, vlogs, yeah, basically anything that's online and that is public available.
So a good extra note there. Groups are private. Facebook.
Not all groups.
Not all groups. There's also some
you have open groups, and you have open groups,
and
you have private
groups.
The private ones you're not allowed to dig into. Okay, so we have to be careful with that. So whenever you do your research, right, on which data to scrape, please also take a look at the policies of those platforms. You can use technically you can use all platforms that are publicly allowing to do this, right? But be careful because there's also limitation. Maybe it's interesting for test purposes within the context of this hackathon, but when we proceed, right, in the steps after, then it will have to be scraped off. So I didn't tell you that during my introduction, but we will proceed with the municipality in case they really like the solution. Then that's also what's in the game for everyone who's here, who's participating, also online, right? The municipality will use, but the municipality is also bound to regulation and rules. So thank you, Wilbert. Thank you, everyone, for your questions. In case you have more questions, you can always reach out to us, and we will reach out also to people from the municipality, where that's Wilbert. You know, some of us are also like on the weekend, of course. But we will try to answer your questions as much as possible. Wilbert has also informed us in many details, like what the case is about, right? We also have some extra information that was maybe not answered here. You can come to us. We will try to answer you as detailed as possible, and make sure that we have a very successful hackathon and it actually leads to a very good solution. Thank you, Wilbert, again. Maybe an applause if you can hear that.
Lots of success for you all. I will be there on Sunday, so even on Sunday you can ask questions straight to me. Like if you're already a little bit further in the development and want to have some specific more questions, like to make it even better.
Forward to having you over on Sunday. You're missing out on the snacks and the drinks tonight, but that's for next time. We'll have some snacks and drinks for you also on Sunday.
Yes.
So one more round of applause, guys. Thank you. And I'm very honored to have to introduce now Hazal from Azerion. Big applause for her also. We will give her a microphone. And she flew in from Istanbul, so thank you for that.
You're welcome.
This concludes the speaking part of this session. We spoke a lot. We ran a lot today. But now, before going for the drinks and the food, because maybe some of you are hungry, I also would like to introduce my team. Come forward, core team, and also like our volunteers for this hackathon. So maybe you can introduce yourself a little bit. So here's the mic. Now it's your turn. I did mine. So I think it's on, right? Yeah. So maybe you could introduce yourself one by one. It's nice. And then, yeah.
Okay. Hello. My name is Isaac. I'm from Curacao. 21 years old. Entrepreneur. I have my own tutoring business. Also working on another startup alongside with Polderr. So yeah, that's a little bit about me. I'm really enthusiastic about education, about entrepreneurship, and creating new things. And now with the dawn of AI, I just think it's very exciting to see all of you here and being a part of this as well.
Hi, my name is Min from South Korea. I'm 24 years old and I'm studying international business at the Hasselhoff School with Isa. And yeah, I'm also currently working on my own business, which is a Revisit app. So probably you're gonna use the app in the future, and you will love it. Yeah,
you can see it was promoted.
So and out of that, I'm also part of the Polderr with Don, and I'm really happy to help him with this. And I'm also glad to see you all here. And yeah, let's enjoy tomorrow and Sunday. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah, so I'll take over. Hi everyone, I'm Tijmen. I'm 22, so I'm still young. I live in Utrecht and I've been working with Jan together for, I think, a year now, right? Yeah, a year. I've been working on Assertive and now on Polderr with these amazing guys and amazing volunteers. A little bit about me. I study in Amsterdam digital business innovation and I have done public administration or bestuurskunde in Dutch, so I also know a little bit about government and how it works. Yeah, I'm not that interesting, so I'll just pass the mic on.
Hi guys, my name is Maria. I'm 21. I'm from Romania. I study international business in The Hague. Here just to help you with the anything that you need. That's not related with the guest.
Yes. And on which day will you be present again?
I'll be here every day.
Every day. So in case you need anything, right? Thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Eva. I'm also an international business student in The Hague. I'm volunteering. So I think I'll be here as well.
Thank you. So, very much. Thank you, guys. And I think that concludes, right? We did the program. Thank you again, partners. I really, really appreciate for the fact that you came here today, that you're with us doing this amazingly innovative thing. We're really going super fast. We've been reached out by a lot of interesting stakeholders also. And together we're gonna do amazing things. And I'm super, super excited to do this here at the Assertive office for the first time ever. So it's the first time for us, you know, maybe the organization is not perfect, but we're trying our best. Everyone is super excited. We have good energy. In the next 48 hours, 48 hours on Sunday, by 3:30, we'll know who's the winner of this very challenging challenge, of course. Thank you again for being here. I hope you're also excited. Now let's have drinks. And let's start, enter the weekend. Before that,
Yeah, sorry.
we have, something
Yeah,
else.
yeah. Sorry to interrupt
No
you, Jan.
worries, no worries.
Okay, so before that, we are going to introduce your groups. Many of you have
Oh,
already
yes.
signed up as groups, so we haven't really changed your groups. But for those that don't know their groups, we also mashed a few groups together. So we're going to say that, and then later on, also in the back room, there's going to be games. If you guys want to play some get to know each other games, we have our friend Timothy back there that created his own game. So if you're interested in playing a game, it's a mix of charades and a few other things as well. So if you're interested, you can do that later in that back room. We also have foods and snacks, and now to Min to
Yeah.
Yeah, so we totally have 7 different groups. So we really try to make a perfect group each other. Like if you don't know each other, today is really good opportunity to get to know each other. And mostly it's made based on your CV and your application form. So hopefully you will like it. And
Yeah, I think it's maybe a good idea that we will go to the people and like basically say where they can sit and meet each other, and because what we're thinking now is to do like a breakout session. We'll continue drinks, like whoever is not participating in hackathon, we can already like maybe enjoy some snacks, some drinks, and everyone who's involved in a group will be seated in one of the rooms. And then please take your chair with you whenever you go to your room. Maybe it's good to announce the names.
yeah, so
Yeah. So group one, I can, yeah, or yeah.
so group 1, Victor, Gasper.
And in which room are they supposed to sit in?
That one.
No, it's not fixed. So,
you guys can go into
the
these
room of
3 rooms.
Victor, who's like the room. Yeah. So you guys already know each other.
Yeah.
Well, you don't need to go into the breakout room. You can go straight to the drinks.
But with the four of you guys,
Yeah.
and then on top of that we have one more group member next to you guys. Yeah, Yusuf.
Yusuf, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you also in the? He's also in the.
You're also participating, right?
Are you participating?
Or
No, he's not participating. No.
okay, then
Okay.
then you guys go
Correction.
ahead. Yeah. Sorry for it.
No problem.
And then next
we can go
group.
to you.
Matteo Kaiser, Stefan, Andreas, Kilian, Matteo.
Yeah, 2
another
Mateos.
Matteo, yeah.
Now
So
we
you
have
guys will be second group.
we have to decide who's the senior, who's the junior, because otherwise we're gonna be Mateoing all the weekend.
And Matteo K.
Yeah.
But that sounds like they're criminals. Let's not do that. We'll find you a nickname later.
Okay, then.
But you guys, you already know each other, right? Okay, good. This is just meant for people who don't know each other yet.
If we didn't mention your name, you guys can go. If
Yeah,
know
you
each
can
other,
just enjoy some snacks. We have some
eat,
snacks.
and then
We have some
you guys
beers.
can also go play games later on.
Yeah. So next group.
Yeah, next group, group 3, John von Mullen and Arian, Juan, George, Casper.
Do you guys know each other?
Oh, they are not here.
They are not
Yeah,
here.
they're gonna.
Oh, that's the.
Yeah,
They missed the best part.
Yeah.
Okay.
And next group, group 4, Mia, Julian.
But maybe they're there. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe they're on the live stream.
Yeah. So and then Zihua, Ren, and Zhongyu Shi, Ting Zhang. So 5 of them, they will be same.
You already know each other, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
guys can also go.
Yeah, you can have some drinks.
Have some drinks.
And
Yeah. And then next group, group 5, Sebastian. Yeah. And the Rares, Stefan, Theodore.
You guys?
Okay.
Okay, you can also go.
And then, but on top of the, you guys have 2 more group members. They're not here today. But they will join tomorrow. They are Maxim and Igor, but they will join you guys. Yeah. Yeah. We put them on your group because based on your CV and then, yeah, the diversity. Yeah. And the next group, group 6. Yes, please. And the last group, group 7, Kenzo, Ignaz, Stefano, Silvana, Sabri.
Sabri is not here, I think.
No,
Yeah, that's the okay. Anyone from that group who is here? Pedro, yes. So you guys four.
Yeah.
Okay, so there are, I think, 2 more people in that group. Or yeah, because you were groups of 2, we put you together. Okay, because also for the sake of continuity, okay. Of course, if you have any objections to this, we can make groups of 3, but we were thinking also together with the municipality to make groups of 4, 5 at least, because then there's continuity. As a business person, I know when you have a team, you can set things up. As a duo, it can be sometimes more difficult. So we can still decide that together. We will discuss this later on, but maybe for now you can go into breakout and we can discuss this together. Okay. Min, is that the last? Yeah. Okay. So everyone also in the back, can I have one more time your attention, please? Also, everyone in the back, Matteo Senior, Matteo Junior, your group, you're already like winners. Once more, I'd like to thank our partners who made this amazing event possible. Without them, we wouldn't have an amazing case, right? We would have kind of invented a case. We wouldn't have maybe the amazing infrastructure, also lovable. If you see us from here, thank you so much for offering us like the credits, of course, and Azerion, the municipality. Each one of them are super precious to us. Without partners, this type of event is not possible. So huge shout out to them, and please, everyone online, like, share, subscribe. Now I feel like a YouTuber, but thank you so much again for attending and for coming from afar. And let's have an amazing hackathon together. Thank you.